Holy shit, I just got not even done, but sat through 40 minutes of this. I don't even know if I can sit through more of it. Listening to these feminists just speak so condescendingly and so ridiculously. And then to contrast that with Jordan Peterson, it's just like, holy shit, this sums up, like, I feel like lots of us common sense enthusiasts feel like Jordan Peterson, we're just not as smart as him to articulate our thoughts like him. But like, this is like the past 4 years, 5 years plus on Facebook, social media, of arguing with these types of people, and it's just like, you just facepalm yourself. You're just like, what the hell, man? I just don't even understand it. We're not talking about Jordan Peterson, even though I've been watching a lot of his videos, and I'm like, how can you disagree with this guy? How can this guy be controversial? Everything this guy says is just like common sense, and that's what I fucking love. But welcome to another episode of Political Nonsense. Had to hop on here and just kind of discuss a few things. It's interesting to me to see how saved we have become. The world was on fire. The world was about to, an asteroid was about to hit the world, but then Joe Biden was sworn in as president. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing that this is the best place, this is the best place to live. The world's saved. The fire was put out, Like, how ridiculous. Like, it's only been 7 days, and, like, if what we're seeing is any indication of how things are going to be, it's going to be a long 4 years, man. Just, like, article after article of the media just sucking this administration off, and it's just so easy to see. It's like, oh, look at this, and it's like, oh, if this was Trump, just imagine what the fuck this would have been. You know what I mean? They're still talking about Trump. They're talking about fucking how Trump can't tweet and shit. And it's like, god damn, dude. I was curious to see if Trump was gonna stick around or disappear after the election, in these people's minds, and it looks like that's all they can fucking write about. There's God, there's so many saved. I have so many saved. Biden was nice to a Fox News reporter, and people are floored. Dude, Uproxx is the worst. Uproxx has a hard on, dude. I wonder, it could be so far down here because I have so many saved. Interesting Michael Jackson video I have saved that says facts don't lie, people do, and then it's just a bunch of people talking about how Michael Jackson's not a pedophile. I'm like, well, I mean, you just said people lie. I'm not saying they're lying, but anyway. President Biden plans to sign executive orders each day this week that will address issues from racial inequality to climate change. I saw that he just ended the privatizations of prisons. Joe Biden's inauguration in extraordinary times, fact checked. They're all about it, dude. And like, Political Fact has been on his ass too, just fucking everything he does. And it's like, dude, this guy, I love how he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This guy's a known liar, dude. This dude lied about fucking where he graduated. What else? He lied about like 5 fucking like huge things that like you shouldn't have lied about, because there's no way you get rid of it. I remember watching this video, and like, it's just like, it's not like some guy telling me. It's just like video clips of this guy being like, I graduated top of my class, and then come to find out he didn't. And then there's like videos of him, I forget what the other ones were, but just like hilarious shit. You're like, why would you lie about that? Unless maybe he had dementia way back then and just didn't know. I don't know. Fuck Jake Paul, God. I don't know why I have that saved. Biden's Rolex, which he wears every day and lasts for decades, costs less than one Melania Trump's Chanel outfits. I see a lot of talk about this Rolex. Dude, I saw a picture that said, is this the one? It's like, it was Donald Trump sitting in his like gold fucking mansion or tower or whatever, and it was like, oh, I don't want to hear about fucking Joe Biden's watching. It's like, well, look, dude, this dude has been in fucking public service for like 50 years almost, you know? Versus Trump, whose family had money and he created money. Like, you know, he's a businessman, like, entrepreneur. Like, you know, he didn't make that money off fucking taxpayers and dirty deals, you know? Well, I don't want to say dirty deals, but dirty government deals. When you order it online versus when it arrives. Yo, dude, I don't want to talk shit about this transgender person, you know, because I don't want to get flamed, but, like, why does this look like a science teacher I used to have, I feel like? And I feel like maybe everybody had a science teacher that looked like this. I don't know. I thought this was interesting. I feel like these are probably just, like, body counts. Like, look at these names. This is the same one. I don't know. Who knows, though? But it says, every day since election day, I regret voting for Biden more and more. Like, I generally feel sick to my stomach about it. The more and more I learn about politics and the way this country works, the more I wish I hadn't. See, people should be forced to learn about politics and history, at least before they can fucking vote. Every Biden voter I know, including me, regret their decision. These could be bots. I'm a Democrat and I regret voting for Joe Biden. Well then, I'll have you know that I deeply regret voting for Biden now. I already regret voting for Biden. So, like, if those are real, I feel like they're probably bot accounts or whatever, but if they are real, like, those are probably, you know, these are Democrats that I can like because at least they know they fucked up, you know. A lot of people are like, yay, the world's saved. And it's like, you dumb fucks, dude. Biden first day killed fucking hella jobs, killed a pipeline, hurt our relationship with Canada. You know, why are all the people, I see, like, Iran's happy, China's happy. Why are all these people happy that Biden's president and then, like, all our allies are upset now? You know? It's kind of interesting. It just makes you think. It's like, what the fuck? Where's this guy's loyalties lie? Coming soon to, so I guess he made it so you can use, I think this is only on federal property, I'm not sure, but he made it so you can use either bathroom, and this is kind of tight, honestly. Like, I'm down with this because guys' bathrooms are always fucking dirty, and, like, if I need to take a shit, I'm definitely using the women's bathroom. You know, some people could abuse this. I'm gonna abuse it for taking shits, but, like, some people could, you know, who knows? This could open the door for many things. Facebook post laments Biden's first actions with false claims. Biden, there's one where, you know, it's talking about the military, man, and it's, like, very important that I kind of want to read this because I see so many of my friends posting about, oh, Biden finally undid the fucking military transban. What did I just say? Transban. Headlines today are blaring the President Biden's first order aimed at the militaries to overturn President Trump's ban on transgender people serving in the military. The New York Times. Biden overturns Trump's transgender military ban. NBC. Biden reverses Trump's transgender military ban. Yada, yada, yada. All of them are like that. The headlines are entirely misleading. First of all, the ban was in place for the entirety of the Obama presidency. It was the stated policy of the Obama administration that transgender people were not allowed to enlist. Under 2012 guidance, people with current or history of psychosexual conditions, including but not limited to transsexualism, exhibitionism, transvestism, voyeurism, and other paraphilias, were barred from enlisting. It wasn't until the final days of the Obama administration that the Department of Defense began considering changes to its policies on transgender people in the military. In June 2016, Obama's Secretary of Defense Ash Carter announced that those currently serving would be allowed to continue serving. However, new enlisted remained prohibited until January 1st, 2018, 1 year into the Trump administration, when a policy was enacted allowing transgender enlistment. 3 months later, on March 23rd, 2018, Secretary of Defense Mattis qualified the policy with the restriction that transgender person with a history of diagnosis of gender dysphoria, individuals with policies that state that may require substantial medical treatment, including medications and surgery, are disqualified from military service except under certain limited circumstances. This is the policy that people are reporting as a ban, even though it specifically allows transgender individuals who are already serving openly to remain, as well as any who would serve in accordance with their birth gender. In other words, it allows people to serve as long as they aren't looking to charge the government for the expenses related to gender reassignment. Reassignment surgery costs an average of $132,000. While reasonable people can argue whether this is sound policy, it doesn't represent the ban that media headlines today claim, and the courts agree. In 2019, a panel of U.S. Court of Appeals and the D.C. Circuit ruled that the policy is not a blanket ban because not all transgender persons seek to transition to their preferred gender or have gender dysphoria. Indeed, a more accurate headline today would probably be Biden orders military to pay for gender reassignment surgeries. But as often the case, the media has instead chosen to cater to the bias of their readers, putting sensationalism and demagoguery over accuracy. I went to speech class, motherfucker. If you make fun of my speech impediment, dude, it's just as bad as making fun of fucking Joe Biden. So get the fuck out of here with that. Anyway, so that's important, you know. I'm glad that Unbiased America is, you know, reporting on this fucking news media bias bullshit, you know. I think it's look at that. I think it's just interesting that, you know, like I said at the beginning, that all our world's problems are solved. It seems like now, you know, and it's just like Jesus Christ. Along with the bathrooms, I think now transgender people can hear that crack, can play in the other gender sports, and it's like, dude, I don't agree with that. Like, I mean, transgender people either need to have their own league or just play in their birth gender's fucking league, because like, you can't be doing that, dude. Look at these UFC fights where fucking a dude gets in there with these chicks and just straight murders them. You know, we're built different. You can't have that. I support them, but you can't. You got to figure something else out. You know, I don't know the answers, but it's not that. I wouldn't say. You know, because then it's just like, what do feminists say about that? About the men, transgender people that are going in and just demolishing women. What do they think about that? You know, like, it was supposed to be about empowerment and shit, and now men are taking that away from them too, you know? Now men are becoming women and fucking, you know, taking that over. Like, they don't got nothing left. Yeah, man. With the new coverage that you just see from these news, Biden signs a whopping 28 executive orders dwarfing his predecessors. You know, and that's funny too. I saw a meme where it was like, we toppled a dictator. I guess Trump only signed like, you know, one executive order on his first 3 days or something. This dude signed like 17. So, you know, we thought Obama was bad, you know, with the executive orders, but goddamn, Biden went all out. Just the switch of the pen changes many things. Yeah. It's funny. I mean, I'll give it to them. I'll let them. I know they're happy and shit, so I'll give it to them. I mean, they can be happy, you know. They can be all giddy, you know, all fucking retarded, and Stephen Colbert crying and shit. Like, it's just funny to watch. It's just funny to, like, all these people that have been saying the world in the U.S., we're the worst place to live. It's on fire. It's coming to an end. It's more divided than ever, you know. All of a sudden have done a 180 and say, oh, this is, you know, our country is healed, it's a new day, unified, we need to be unified. Fucking Biden has solved all of our problems in the first day. It's just like, you think he would have cured the coronavirus, or would have cured AIDS, or, you know, would have fucking created world peace and stopped all wars, or ended hunger, world hunger, you know. It's like, it's just I wish they were like I mean, you knew this was gonna happen, but it's like, holy fuck, guys, like, don't make it so obvious, you know. Don't break your fucking jaw sucking this dude's dick, you know. Like, holy fuck. That's just so, like, we knew how biased they were from their coverage of Trump, and like, we knew it was gonna be bad, but like, I had no idea it was gonna be this bad, dude. Like, I was hoping some publications would still be hard on him. Doesn't appear to be the case. So it's going to be a long 4 years of just hearing how great this president is doing while he's fucking shit up. You know? and it's weird. Stark contrast. Dude was doing good shit, and all you heard about was how he was fucking shit up. So, it's just funny how quickly the parties do just the 180s when they're in power versus when they're out of power. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about both sides here. But we're focused on the left as always, because it's just this is the most ridiculous shit I've seen. I mean, we talked about pipeline. We talked about the trans bans, the bathrooms, the sports, in the military. And it's all bullshit. They're trying to spin it into like, oh, like, the ban, and like you look at that and you're like, oh, well, this shit was enacted in Obama, changed during Trump. It's not even what they're trying to make it come out to be, you know what I mean? Totally different than what they're saying, as with is damn near with everything they talk about. Let's go down to saved more, because the save's gonna have. Look at this one. It says, why the fuck gas $7.49 a gallon. Just practice it for next week. Hilarious, because maybe not next week, maybe not next month, but like, say halfway in, dude, he already, ending the pipeline, ending our oil reserves. Like, he's literally killing our oil independence. So we're gonna be back in the Middle East already. He's already launching fucking, I think, deployed troops to the Middle East. So it's like, he's ramping up for that. About to go get us some more oil, because it's just fucking stupid, dude. I don't understand that. Why would you be down for that? Killing our oil independence. That alone helped us so much in being able to stabilize the Middle East and just being fucking independent, not having to rely on that. Our economy was helped gratefully by that. And look at this. Spike Lee, one of many people on the left to refer to Trump as Hitler. And it's like, god damn, dude, these people sure do, as much as they say Hitler's a bad guy and blah blah blah, they sure do downplay him a lot. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, to claim Trump is like this dude that killed fucking millions, and was an actual dictator and shit. And it's just like, I saw a funny meme where it was like all the fucking liberals after they call Trump a dictator but block him off social media and shit. It's just like, you fucking idiots. What about the people screaming fuck capitalism going through a mall while they're recording themselves on their iPhones that they fucking ordered off Amazon? It's like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking dumb fucks. What's this one? 50,000 union workers lose their job. Abolishing women's sports. Giving 11 million illegal immigrants amnesty and encouraging 11 million more during pandemic with 9% employment. Increasing funding for abortion and black babies while cutting funding for Mexico for abortions. Redeployment of troops to Middle East. Eliminating price controls on big pharma, right to try and raise the insulin price by 800%. These are all things that I've heard about. So who knows? I have to research each issue more, but people are upset about fucking J.K. Rowling's involvement in the new Harry Potter series. It's like, they're trying to like ban her from it. It's like, get the fuck out of here. It's her shit, dude. You don't have to like Harry Potter's. And also, you can like Harry Potter and not like her. Like, what the fuck, man? Everybody's so black or white. It's like, Dr. Fauci shares his real feelings about Donald Trump. Pretty unprofessional how Dr. Fauci is, acting, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I feel like I would say the same thing if it was like going from Obama to Trump. Like, after a new president, he just is like on their shit and on the new president. You know what I'm saying? I think I took there's some screenshots that aren't in here that I wanted to talk about. Like, there's people online that are like openly saying that Jesus Christ doesn't exist, right? I was just seeing it, and I was like, oh, whatever. But then I was like thinking about it, I was like, oh, this is interesting, There's millions and millions of people that believe in Jesus Christ, right? That are radical believers as well. that like this kind of propaganda. Well, I mean, you could. I'm not saying it's propaganda because like that's something I believe, but like, you know, you could say it's propaganda or bias, fucking viewpoints or whatever. Just someone could claim that they're lies, you know, while someone else could claim their truth, you know. And it's just like I'm drawing lots of similarities between this whole election fraud claims, you know. It's like you're kicking Trump off and other people off for talking about election fraud and all this shit. It's like, but you're allowing someone on here to be talking shit about Jesus, saying Jesus doesn't exist, you know, while many people would say that he does. You know what I'm saying? How's that different? Is that just a weird whataboutism that doesn't work? Because to me, that's just interesting. That you can be like, oh, Jesus doesn't exist. Something that everyone says is true, you know? So it's the same thing about this election fraud, dude. Everyone says there's not. Half of the people say there is. It doesn't mean we have to overturn the election, but like let people have their thoughts about it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're letting people on here fucking talking about. Because I would be banned if we're not allowed people talking about religion. Why can't we openly, you know, question fucking politics, elections, you know? When you're silenced from questioning elections, that's kind of scary, you know, and that kind of raises an eyebrow and makes you think like, what the fuck? Why can't we question this shit? You know? It's interesting. They want to end the filibuster now, of course, now that they're in power. So, you know, that's no surprise there. You know, everyone, the Young Turks are having a field day with Fauci. Fauci unbound. Fauci tells it how it really is. Blah, blah, blah. Department of Education freezes student loan payments through September. Joe Biden is yet another Democratic president tasked with cleaning up the mess left by the Republican Party. Jesus. Dude, being liberal, oh my God, this page, I just can't with this page, bro. They say some most ridiculous shit. The worst economy since the Great Depression, the worst public health crisis in 100 years. Like, that's fucking massive wealth inequality. I love how they blame everything about the fucking coronavirus on Trump when everyone at the beginning was saying the same shit that Trump was saying, not taking it seriously, saying it'll be gone whenever, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, you know. And second of all, what about the governors that declined his help just to make him look bad? Cumio declining the Navy hospital ship just so he can say, oh, Trump fucked up. And then later on TV, his brother is defending his actions by saying it wasn't needed. What are you talking about? Now you guys are out here saying it was needed. What the fuck? The existential threat of climate change. I'm not even gonna fucking talk about that. A racist immigration system. I can't even talk about these things because they're just the most absurd claims. These unprecedented crises demand unprecedented action. And if you ever go through the comments on Being Liberals post, dude, it gave you a headache. What else do I have saved down here? Who knows? When's the last time I made a video? Could have so much saved. The Great Reset. It's time to admit it. We lost the culture to the left. That's what I did. This video is pretty good because it's kind of what I was kind of just thinking about. You know, it's like, man, we lost, bro. Common sense lost. Even though I don't consider myself part of the right, the left will always throw me in with the right. So I might as well start saying I'm part of the right, though I don't, but I'm not. But I'm just saying, you know, that whole left side woke culture won, dude, and it's PC culture. It all won. It's very unfortunate. It's going to lead to some dark roads, and we're already seeing that. All roads lead to Putin. Clinton, Pelosi float conspiracy theory that Putin played a role in Capitol riot. Here we go again with this shit, right? And let's just unpack all of this Russian stuff. Because, like, look, first of all, they're going to say this was the safest election ever. You know, no way there was cheating that happened, blah, 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 right? But they say last election there was all this Russian interference, right? But then they look into it, find no Russian interference, no Russian collusion. And then they actually find this whole Clinton dossier, you know, Russian collusion with her. Then they drop it, right? But now they come back and say Russians are part of the Capitol riot. It's like, well, Did they have a if they were part of the Capitol riot? Did they play a role in the election too? No. Okay, well, I gotta we just gotta clear that up. Pelosi float conspiracy theory that Putin played role in Capitol riot. It's just interesting. Safest election ever. Although 4 years ago we had an illegitimate president from an election that was stolen from Russian interference. What is this deal with them blaming everything on the Russians? You know? Putin played a role in Capitol riot. What? You guys really need a scapegoat, huh? Even though that, what was the Unbiased America post about, people were like, oh, Antifa started the shit. Yeah, right. Comes out, oh yeah, there's some major left-wingers and Antifa members that were arrested at the front of the fucking mob inciting the riot. But none of these people are blamed for inciting the riot. Somehow Trump's blamed for inciting the riot. You know? And it's like, dude, I can't even. There's so much to unpack here about this whole Russia shit. It's like, why are they always blaming the Russians? You listen to Trump's speech, there's nothing about inciting a riot. Like, these people want to put the blame on everybody but where it's deserved. Twitter temporarily suspends Congresswoman over election fraud claims. See, like, isn't that her right to claim that there's, you know? I mean, what's wrong with that? This is free speech. I get that, like, you know, Twitter and whatever, they're biased, they can do whatever they want, but it's just crazy that, like, they're just this open about silencing viewpoints other than themselves. Tim Cook explained why Apple banned. See, Parler, I've talked about this before. I can understand why Parler. This might be getting into the last videos. Look, my pillow guy threatened with a lawsuit by Dominion for election lies. Dominion, dude. Like. It's golden on social media. Think you haven't been brainwashed? Think again. Yeah, this is. Getting into the last videos, but if we're going to impeach Donald Trump for what he said, oh yeah, let's look at this one. If we're going to impeach Donald Trump for what he said, then we better impeach Kamala Harris for saying the things she did last summer about the rioters and looters, and even establishing a monetary fund to get them out of jail so they could get back to the riots. And this is something that we've been pointing out since everybody's been freaking out about the riots and shit. It's like, dude, where the fuck were y'all 6 fucking months ago when everybody was condoning this shit? Not even condoning it, but like encouraging it, cheering it on, like damn near inciting the violence, dude. Like way more than Trump did incite that violence, that speech. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's insane to me. Let's read this post by good friend Joe Marquis. So Biden reinstated Trump's racist travel ban. He even added South Africa to the travel ban as well. Remember, this travel ban was put in place by racist, orange-headed maniac who didn't care about the American people, only himself. But clearly, since of course media likes Biden, there's nothing racist happening here at all. Oh, well, no shit. Travel bans during a pandemic isn't racist necessary. We all know this and know when Trump at first implanted such travel bans. But remember, Trump did not because he's a racist. That is all. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty much going on what my sentiments of what I've been saying. And it's like, it's nice for me to see people with common sense, you know? This is nothing about politics. This is nothing about supporting Donald Trump. This is just about common sense and calling out this bullshit that we see. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the majority of people that are called Trump supporters probably aren't even Trump supporters. You know what I mean? They're just calling it for shit for how they see it. Common sense, you know? That's all it's about. Scientists grew tiny human brains and hooked them up to robots. Nothing scary there. The world's most dangerous conspiracy theory. This might be about Q. Anti-Semitism. What is this? No. Let's see what this post says. Oh, how it feels trying to warn people about the true nature of government. I see Mr. Conspiracy Theories at it again. How real is this, though? You know? You almost don't even want to try to help your fellow person, you know? Because you're just dismissed as a Trumper or a conspiracy theorist or a crackpot. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to bring attention to things that people are overlooking, you know? Look at this. I like this. Joe Biden has been president for a couple of days, but already his critics on social media are saying that the country has fallen apart during his tenure. We checked a Facebook post arguing this and found much to critique. I'm trying to find the comment that I saw her earlier. Anyone who thought Trump was acceptable in any way lost all credibility to critique this administration. Oh, really? How so? Oh my god. Bro, I can't do this. I can see why Alex Jones and people like that say like this shit's killing them. There was a comment on here talking about, you know, pointing out what everyone knows about when fucking Trump took over. First couple of days, it was the first fucking couple of minutes that the world was fucking, that the country was falling apart and fucking the world was fucking on fire. Are you kidding me? Like, you have to come to expect this now from the Trump people, from the right on Biden, you know? We're just showing y'all how fucking ridiculous it was to hear about every little thing Trump did every 5 minutes. New post, 100 million comments about fucking some dumb shit. It's just like, get ready for the next 4 years. Like, because, yes, the next 4 years is going to be long for common sense, people on the right, but it's also going to be a long 4 years for people on the left, because you guys are going to be, it's just all flipped. You guys are going to have to be dealing with us complaining about every little thing. The thing is here, though, is yes, we are complaining, but I think a lot of us are doing it out of pettiness, out of spite, out of just to show you how ridiculous y'all were for the past 5 years. You know? Crying about every little thing every 5 minutes, you know? So now, anything that happens, I'm blaming Biden. Larry King died, fucking Biden killed him, dude. Any coronavirus deaths, fucking Biden. You know? If we're blaming everything bad in the world on our president, well, Biden's fucking up big time then, I guess. That shit's so stupid, man. I don't even know. I can't even deal with this shit no more, dude. I watch these debates with Jordan Peterson. I don't even understand how he holds his composure. He's so fucking patient and like calm, and I'm just like, bro, I couldn't deal with it, dude. I'd be like, I'm not smart enough to deal with your stupidness, you know? Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't even know what to say to you. I can't have a conversation with certain people. It's like, there's no middle ground to find. I mean, if you're, like I said before, if you're one of these people that say Trump can do no good at all, it's like, how can we even have a conversation after that? A lot of shit going on, and it's only 7 days in, dude. So just wait. I might have to ramp up the fucking political nonsense. At least making one of these, at least probably once a week, to cover what the fuck's been going on, what the fuck the people are talking about on the social media apps. You know, general sentiments that I see, new things, you know. We talked about a few of the executive orders. You know, it just seems like 7 days in, my own viewpoints, it seems like Biden's working hard to make America weaker and China stronger already. All our enemies are excited. It's kind of weird. I don't know. For now, we'll call it that. We'll call that the episode. We'll get on here next time. You know, when shit starts popping off. I mean, I guess it'll never pop off as long as we have Savior Joe Biden, though. You know, I love it. You know, they claim that Trumpers are like, oh, they see Trump as a savior, as a god, blah blah blah. Like, I'm seeing the same shit about Biden. It's like, what the fuck, man? I'd rather see Trump as a savior than that crazy old Biden, dude. Like, what? Jeez, God, you got dumbass Kate Connor saying some dumb shit. We'll scroll past that. Biden signs a whopping 28 executive orders. I saw a video where he didn't even know what he was signing. So I don't know what I'm signing, but I'll sign this. At least that's what it sounded like. It was a little muffled audio through the mask, but that's what it sounded like to me. Yeah. Check that video out. Until next time, stay woke.